Hello internet, so I needed to brush my hair today, and that's really damn boring if you're me, because it takes like half an hour. And I sort of thought, what can I do whilst I'm brushing my hair? I can film something. I'm not going to have time to make a really good video for a while, sorry about that, because, you know, I'm a student first and foremost, and I have a lot of reading to do before I get back to university in a couple of weeks' time. Once I'm back, I will hopefully be able to start putting together some of the videos I've got in my head. There's at least 4. But for now, I'm going to answer a question which is actually quite old in YouTube terms, and it's what impact has Harry Potter had on your life? Right, the thing is, the reason I didn't answer this immediately is because the instinctual answer is not much. Harry Potter is not the fandom I've been most active in. Harry Potter doesn't feature on my favourite books list. I don't have a favourite books list, but if I did, it probably wouldn't feature. I mean, I loved reading them. I have memories of when the 5th one came out. I was going on a school trip to France for the day, and I was so annoyed because it was like, oh no, I've got to read the Harry Potter book. That's a thing that I have to do. So we got up an hour early, me and Dad, and bought the book at 4 o'clock in the morning. Thing is, it was too big to go in my backpack, and I couldn't take it with me to France to read, like, on the coach or whatever. So I had to wait until I got back that evening to read it, and then by the time I got back it was 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, no, it's too late to start now. It's a massive book, I can't do it. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and went, sod it, I need to read it, and read the whole thing. Obviously I do love Harry Potter just as much as the next person. It's just, you know, never featured in... It's not something that's necessarily impacted my life. I mean, I talk about it with friends, but if it didn't exist, I'm sure we'd find other things to talk about. There are other young adult fiction books which would probably suffice. Sorry, the ow tangle. But the real impact Harry Potter has made, I don't think is actually on my life. I think it's just on the world. There was a time a couple of years ago when we had in a room some English students, some French students, and some Tanzanian students, and we played Chinese Whispers. And the only phrase that got around unimpeded was Hakuna Matata. But the only thing we could just talk about was Harry Potter. Harry Potter is just one of those things that is normal. It's something that everyone has read or at least seen or definitely knows about. And on that level, it makes reading normal, and it makes books normal, and it makes discussions about characters normal. It encourages you to come up with theories about characters. Look at book 6, when Harry spends the whole book analysing what Draco Malfoy is doing, and Ron and Hermione are completely dismissive of his ideas. He turns out to be right. Harry Potter is saying, you know, do look at characters and do look at their motivations. It's basically teaching you critical analysis, but without necessarily telling you that it's doing that. Snape, I mean, for God's sake, from the very first book, it's telling you, look at Snape, what do you think? And that's where the value of Harry Potter really comes in. It makes reading intelligently normal and something to be expected of people, and I think that's great. Because, you know, I'm a literature student, French literature admittedly, but I'm still a literature student, and I think if we can get people thinking about what they're reading, that's a skill that you can apply to everything in life. So yeah, that's what I think the impact of Harry Potter is. It's not necessarily had a massive direct impact on my life, but I think it has had a massive impact on culture. That's no terrible summary. Kind of true though. There you go. Harry Potter has changed international culture. Full stop. Discuss. I should brush my hair more than once a week.